Well, it's really cold here, freezing rain. It's scary. How's your part of the world, people? I can look out my window and see great big pine trees like blades of grass just swaying. I can even hear the wind creak around our house. Well, I don't know why. People are saying they've sent me emails and I'm not getting them now. Um, Something really weird is going on with my phone line. Somebody's done something with my phone line. And somebody is charging money to our Amazon account, our stuff with us. People calling us saying I have to mysterious account money on my account. Benny Keys has put a murder on Darian Brown. I feel this. Like, I went through the nightmares. And I was really sick back then, right? Because this is when I had talked to. I'm not going to say names because I don't want to get those I trusted with what I said back then. Because he's part of my group. My group of people that I made sure other people knew shit before I even started doing my lives. Because I knew I was not just poking a big old bear. I was poking a whole bunch of doors that people tried to close. I can't believe I'm fighting to tell my story about me watching The Last Narc, Kiki Camarena. And the scary thing is, nobody knows about this. Really. Nobody knows who Kiki Camarena is and The Last Narc, Hector, all these police officers that said, we were there. We saw it. Starting to think that's why my hands were so sore. I can watch Benny Key show his drug stash online and he gets away with it. And again, if he was black, nothing. He would be in jail, right, people? On Griff's panel last night, I was blessed to say part of my story. And I don't know how to unblock people I blocked because a lot of you were mean to me, so as I try to learn how to fly again on the internet, as the rain falls in Canada, because it's a rain ice storm going on. I just gotta ask one question though. Why wasn't I important enough to email back, Steve? Or even call back, you know? It's because I couldn't pay you to notice me. But other people are seeing me on your pages, Steve. And little by little, like you tried to say you wanted to bring darkness to light, Steve. Well, darkness will be brought to the light. If I paid you, you would have seen me. When instantly Griff and his lady and Max, the dog's name is Max, who that they called the killer of Kiki Camarena. Right, people? When I gather my pack of warriors, because they know who they are. And they know the code words, what to put a wolf, a bear, and a drum. And you saw the amount of drugs that Benny Keys had today. I hope he's paying his daughter's child support and every other child he has out there, right, people? Because if he can buy shoes, find $140, that fucking man has a lot more stashes, right? Because he's a fucking squirrel hiding his nuts all over the place. Right? And as each woman gives him money, remember, he loves them, he leaves them because he's a gay man. Wake up, my children, wake up, my children. Wake up, my children. Because the only real man out there is Griff. Because he sold everything to save his dog. When the American government allowed Max, right, people? Max to kill and murder a really good, honest cop, right, people? Right, people? Kiki Camarena was a good cop who didn't take a fucking dime. And they killed him. They tortured him. And I know they put fucking nails through his hands. Right? Because that's why I'm not getting anywhere in the algorithm, right? Because I know what you fucking did to him. I have nail marks in my hand of what you guys did to Kiki Camarena. So I see things, I feel things. Nobody wants to talk to me. But it's okay. One by one, people are listening. I never wanted money. But I guess I found out people who did, right, Steve? The tattoos that I bear on my body will become tattoos because I've come here centuries before. Because I've gone down long hallways, right? And unless you've met the Esposito brothers, Tony and Phil, and every other hockey player that I have that were super fucking stars. And they didn't make great money, did they? Did they? Because they didn't have any fucking equipment like they had, like they do now. Those men on the ice were fucking warriors. And I lived where two warriors grew up in. Because if I say to anybody that I was the goalie, Kimmy, that was in Esposito's hockey school way back when. Do you know some of them go and they'll say to me, Kimmy, I was there. I was there when you ripped your helmet off and your hair flung out and all the sticks fell to the ice, other than the people that knew I was a girl. And that was the most amazing time of my life. Because like in a stadium, I've done it before. I was a shield maiden. Because every time I tried to put my bracelet on my left arm, it told me, this is the ring hand of love. I have 3 rings. A ring for every 10 years, other than the middle one. I have a ring for every 10 years. And the middle was for 23. So when you've been married for 43 years with a man that'll stand with you and forgive you for what you did to him and allow me to say, my darling, I have to tell my story because Darian Brown has been put in jail for nothing. He never did it. I said to you, remember when we had all the football players here? He said, yeah. I said, well, they put a young football player that I know will be on my arm because he will be the bull. SP knows this because I told her when I would get my tattoos, a sun would be on my body because I already have the butterfly, as Clarence the bull would just look up in the butterfly, follow the butterfly, because I found my sun, which allowed me to speak my truth and say infamous truth teller bullies me, times me out. So in time, everybody will see. Right, Steve? Why didn't you call me back? Because I until I see your name come in my channel and say, hey, Kimmy, please forgive me. I'm not going to stop putting your name out in the airways, right, Steve? Because you put mine out in the airways, and I think you just left. Right, Steve? You just left. Right? Because I know the YouTubers that made money doing nothing but point fingers at everybody else's parenting. Right? Right? So, nobody ever wants to talk to me, but at least you're listening and you're liking. Because one by one, everybody will go to your pages and say, Why didn't you like or comment a month ago? Right. All you big YouTubers, get your heads out of your asses. Little people count, because we can't pay you. A lot of the little people that went to work were people like me, the service industry, nurses, went in to do things to help, and a lot of them died. You fucking assholes. Benny Keys puts down working at Burger King and everything like that. But Benny Keys, get a fucking job. Get your head out of your ass and quit asking women to donate to whatever. Every time oh, you look good, mama. Yeah, fuck you. You're living at your mama's house. Right, people? Wake up, my children. Wake up, my children. In the name of Kiki Camarena, that the United States government, who was a good cop, who was murdered. And again, why do you think Trump wanted everybody up at the White House? And why wasn't that place protected? Right? And why didn't everybody march through the streets for 2 little missing black boys? Because I asked that to Kai or whoever fucking called me, and the other person that was listening way back when. Why aren't you marching for the boys? Right? Why aren't you marching for the boys?